All right, we are here live. The Boxing Source, here with you, and we just got through watching the press conference um that took place, with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. So what I'm here to be live on about is to talk about what happened at the press conference. Did take place over in Los Angeles, California, and that you just had those two guys um, basically talking trash to each other. Uh, I would say that the uh, Wilder came in there looking fairly confident or whatever it is. You know him, speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Uh, Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or whatever. Uh, he's basically talking about usually before his fights. But he came in there with that same type of confidence that he did have in his previous couple of fights. On the flip side, you had Tyson Fury, of course, being a little bit flamboyant, but not as flamboyant as he was before the first fight. I think, with this particular press conference, um, you had things kind of toned. I wouldn't say kind of toned down, actually. I would say toned down significantly in comparison to the first um, thing that they had that was over in New York, uh, in 2018. So, this one here was, you know, toned down a good amount. You didn't necessarily have the crowd that you saw in the in the press tour that they had for the first fight. So uh, while you may see that this is a big fight of sorts, but nothing to the level of where you would have a lot of people there to kind of get things going or get things hyped up or have the type of fan excitement that you had um, when you had the first fight that took place. So that's kind of what we got here in this 45-minute press conference that was shown via stream through PBC, was shown also through Top Rank and the like. So I kind of, I'm not sure about how people initially reacted to this. Once again, shout out to YSM Sports Media that's joined on. Y'all support YSM Sports Media on YouTube. He's out there working hard. So you got to see like how the boxing uh world is going to react to this particular fight. And it is for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. It is for the Lineal Heavyweight Championship. Ring Magazine is going to add their world title on this as well, as they currently have Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder number one and number two in their rankings. So the vacant ring title will be on the line for this. Um, you you had a few questions that were asked um, after both Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder had their opening statements. You did, of course, have the topic brought up about Tyson Fury having, Sugar Hill as his trainer for this particular fight after, leaving or breaking up with Ben Davison, who he had in his corner for his first fight against Deontay Wilder. But kind of like heard what other people have said in reference to him changing trainers is that you kind of like have somebody in Tyson Fury, who's at the particular point where you probably don't get that much else from adding another trainer. If you're, basically as experienced as Tyson Fury is, then it really doesn't matter that much who the trainer is going to be. You're still going to, basically do what you want to do out there in the ring. If it, doesn't have any significant, if you don't have any significant issues, um, or if the trainer that you do hire doesn't, see anything that he could change in a major way, then you're pretty much going to stay the same way that you've been over the course of your professional career. And so with Tyson Fury, changing over, from Ben Davison over to Sugar Hill, then he's kind of just saying that, okay, you're here in my corner. If there's like anything else that you could probably add into my repertoire, then I mean, I'll, kind of like take that in. But other than that, you know, I'm gonna just be me. I'm gonna be, the same, guy bouncing around the ring, throwing the jabs, moving around my head, and that type of thing. And that's kind of like how he feels that this fight is going to go. Pretty much like the first fight. He feels that, he'll be able to do the same things that he did in the first fight, with the exception of him, being in more shape, so that he feels that he will not slow down in this particular fight. But he did also kind of recognize that Deontay Wilder has improved a little bit from the first fight up into this particular point. So you do have that that is on Tyson Fury's mind. So that's something that you're going to be, looking into here with this fight that's coming up on February 22nd. So I see that someone wants to get on, so I'm going to add them on. He has been a great contributor to the Boxing Source podcast, and he is the president of the Deontay Wilder fan club, Mr. Matthew Brown. Here he is. What's going on, Matt? Oh man.
Woo! Oh, woo! Oh, woo! Woo! Oh, woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
Lord. Hold on, simmer
Oh,
down there,
yeah.
Ric Flair. Simmer down, Ric Flair.
Oh, I saw everything I needed to see. Deontay Wilder, KO1. I saw everything I needed to see, JR. Everything I needed to see. I saw it all. I
Oh no,
saw it
man.
all, baby. Oh, it's on.
Oh, I don't know,
It's
man. I
on.
don't know.
It's on. You
Hey.
gotta admit, Deontay Wilder was looking sharp. That boy was looking sharp, cleaner than the border house. He looked like a champion, carried himself like a champion, walked like a champion, talked like a champion. Deontay Wilder, he is everything boxing needs, man. I'm telling you, this guy, oh my God. I think Fury, I don't know, man. Fury was talking about he's going to be slippery. I'm going to be slippery. I'm going to be slippery. But then he said, oh, no, I'm going to stand him in the center of the ring. We're going to trade like Hagler Hearns made the best man when I'm going to knock him out in round two. Which one is it? Which one is it, man?
It's Tyson Fury. He's gonna say anything and everything. You know that. He said that, when he was, having the fight before the fight he had with Latimer Klitschko. He said it before his first fight with Deontay Wilder. So I mean, there's Tyson Fury. He's pretty much one of the most random heavyweights that we have seen in the modern day. So, what you get from him is pretty much a smorgasbord of sayings, I would, so to speak. So that's kind of what we get here with Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder, was looking fairly patient there. Um, like I said, speak it, believe it, receive it. I
Mm-hmm.
got confidence and things like that. I mean, in the
Mm-hmm.
first, he did say in that first fight, before the first fight, I was dealing with a bad hand and a broken arm and
Hey,
things like that. And he
hey,
said he
and
only
he
had
still
a,
and he
a
and he still knocked him
complete.
out, and he
He
still
did knock
knocked
him
him
out.
out, and he
The fight
still
went
knocked him
12
out,
rounds. Fight
and he
went
still
complete.
knocked him out,
It went a complete 12 rounds.
and still
You
knocked
know
him
it.
out.
It went a
Jack
complete 12
Reese,
rounds.
that bastard Jack Reese, man,
Jack
that
Reese
Jack Reese, man.
is trying to make the fight as good as it could be. Hey, if it wasn't for Jack Reese, we folks would have been talking about this fight um like it was. But one thing I did want to ask is,
Mm-hmm.
with this press conference and things like that, um, of course, I have been known to be called an alter ego by the name of Darth Hater.
The biggest Deontay Wilder hater in the history of mankind. Listen, I think you hate Wilder more than Harold Brazil hates him, man. I'm telling you.
Harold Brazil. Oh man. The what did you think about how they have done the press conference and kind of in the way that they did it? Uh
I actually enjoyed it. Um, I did see that it was on every social media platform of PBC, Top Rank, Fox Sports, and ESPN. That to me is a big deal. That means that so many different eyes saw it on so many different platforms, and I think that that's only going to help the promotion of the fight. But I got a question to ask you about what I saw in the press conference. So you had a guest on your radio show yesterday that goes by the
mhm.
name of Rick Glaser,
Mhm.
and he said that he heard that Tyson Fury had an injured
And
shoulder and it might delay the fight because he has shoulder inflammation. But you saw Tyson Fury say that he just started camp 10 days ago. He hasn't had any injuries and he hopes to get through camp with no injuries. So to me, that flies directly in the face of what Rick Glaser reported. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I guess he was thinking that Tyson Fury would have a ready excuse for the fight, like Manny Pacquiao had against Floyd Mayweather or something like that. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Yo,
wait, Manny
hey,
Pacquiao, hold on. Wait.
you got that vapor rub?
Let me pour some water on my shoulder. To pour some water, rub some water on my shoulder. It feels better now. Thank you, God, in salt water healed my shoulder. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao. And I just wet up my damn shirt.
Yes, and it didn't look like and that was some water.
Yeah, yeah. I just, I just spilled some alcohol on my shirt. Yo, I had it, bruh. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Had to get me my little red cup, get me some Brugal, sit back, relax, kick back, and watch this press conference. Man, I got some goddamn Brugal on my shirt. I'm gonna have to
You
wipe
have
this
to
off
wash
my
the shirt.
couch.
Oh, you gonna need that spray for the count.
Hey, man.
Oh boy.
Hey, the things we do for ratings, man.
Yeah, yo, hey, I guess that makes us even with that water experiment that I had. Oh boy. But
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, they did have this press conference on things for the YouTube channel, Twitter, and Facebook. So all of their
Yep.
social media platforms for uh, PBC on Fox, and on Top Rate Boxing. So they, with this whole collaboration thing that they're doing, they're going pretty much all out for this. So over the course of the next few weeks, you will be seeing them promoting this particular fight.
Yep.
You may see, well, I'm gonna be on the lookout to see if they're gonna be promoting the fight tonight with that college football playoff national championship that's gonna be tonight.
Oh, they already
So
started. They
yeah,
already started.
so
So on a couple of the ESPN shows previewing college football,
mhm.
they were comparing Wilder versus Fury 2 to LSU versus
LSU
Clemson.
Clemson. Okay,
So
so they did
I
like
heard
implement that in.
yeah, guys like Will King was saying how LSU is like the Wilder right hand. Is that it keeps coming, it's coming, but yet you still can't stop it anyway. And they're saying that I guess Fury has to be Clemson. So listen, if LSU wins tonight, that means Wilder's going to win, I guess, according to ESPN pundits. I hope
Well,
not
well, uh,
because I'm rooting for Clemson. So
well. Stephen A. Smith is root for Clemson, and Max Kellerman is root for
yeah,
Clemson as well.
I'm rooting for Clemson.
And I pick Clemson myself. So that's the
Yeah.
thing about that. But they will be, going all out in reference to promoting this particular fight. They
Yep.
want this thing to be very successful on pay-per-view. So we
Mm-hmm.
will be seeing this, like I said, through ESPN, through Fox, all across the board. You're going to
Yep.
see it on things for NFL the last, week or so. With the conference championship game, that's going to be on Fox and
Yep.
championship game. You'll see it, on
Super Bowl.
ESPN. Is that covered by Fox this year?
Super Bowl is going to be on Fox.
Okay, Super Bowl is going to be on Fox this year, so you'll see it on that. You have the NBA on ESPN, so you'll
Yep.
be seeing opportunities there for that as well. And the other telecasts that you're going to have. Um, the other telecasts that you're going to have for boxing, of top ranked boxing, of course,
Mm-hmm.
leading into that particular fight. So they're going to, really have that type of effort there for this particular bout.
Yep. The next press conference is going to be January 25th. I believe it's going to be at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And it's going to be on National Fox, the big channel. So
Okay,
it's
so
going to be nationally
it'll be
televised
before the Garcia
before the
card.
Garcia. Yeah, they're going to have
Okay,
their
shoot,
first
I might
episode
have
of
to
Fight
go up
Camp.
there.
Yep, first
Yeah.
episode of Fight Camp, and then they're gonna have the Wilder versus Fury press conference in Brooklyn on national TV. So that's gonna be another big spot for it, So, listen, everyone's gonna do their work. It's just a matter of these fans, these boxing fans who claim they want to see the best fight the best. You can't say you want to see the best fight the best and then you don't support it. You got to support it. The best way to support it is with your dollar and your eyeballs. So you got to support it. You want to see PBC and Top Rank work together. You want Crawford versus Spence. You want Lomachenko versus Tank Davis. Well, then, if you really want that, you should be hoping that Wilder versus Fury does massive business because to me, if this fight is not successful commercially, there's no reason for Top Rank and PBC to do business together. There really isn't.
Well, yeah, top ranking PBC alongside ESPN and Fox.
Yeah.
You definitely cannot have the same type of pay-per-view bias that you had in the first
No.
fight. It has to
Mm-mm.
be, and that's why I say at minimum it has to be a million. I did say this on the podcast. I said it has to be at least a million combined for this to be pretty much successful on their part, depending on how much they put into promoting this fight.
But how much
Um,
do you think it's actually going to do?
500,000.
Oh, that'll hurt. That'll hurt badly if it does 500,000.
Yeah, 500,000. But
Because Pacquiao did 500,000 with Thurman, without the
pretty much,
help
yeah.
of
But that's
ESPN.
yeah, but that's Pacquiao, and that's the thing about it is that you have to have someone of that caliber in order to get those numbers on this day now. Because the whole thing with pay per view is like now you have folks that don't want to pay the 70, 80,
Hmm.
$90 for
Hmm.
one particular event. That is done. That's gone right now. You know what I mean? So
I have a feeling that this fight is going to do massive business. I know you're gonna laugh when I tell you my prediction. I know you're gonna laugh, but I honestly believe that this fight is gonna do 2.5 million. 2.5. I'm telling you. I just have a good, like, it's too exciting, man. It's
that's worse
just
than Bob Arum, man. Bob Arum said
it's
2 million.
it's too much buzz. It's too much buzz for this fight. It's too much back and forth in the media. It's too much back and forth social media. That Wilder versus Ortiz, seeing the way he obliterated Ortiz, he did almost 300,000 pay per view by himself with Luis Ortiz. You can't tell me Luis Ortiz sold that. So to me, if the baseline for Wilder is 275,000 to 300,000 pay per view just by himself, which is very similar to what Floyd used to do. Floyd used to do 300 to 325 minimum by himself. This matchup and the way they're gonna push it, and they're gonna do. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the Popeyes chicken sandwich of boxing. Okay, ESPN and Fox are going to tell you you don't want to miss this. Oh, this is great. People are going to feel like they are missing out, and they are going to capture the casual audience. They already got my money. I'm going to
Well,
get the pay per view.
well, it says that Wilder Ortiz did 275,000.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I
That's
said,
more
I'm
than
not
you thought.
sure.
That's more than you thought.
It's more than I thought, but I'm not sure because I've always said in order to have a successful pay per view,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have at least one fighter on there that people want to see lose, and you don't necessarily get that from either fighter. Like there's not enough,
That's true. That's
there's
true.
not enough vitriol. Like you can't you don't have like a million Darth haters out there.
Yeah. If only this fight was on Facebook, uh, a ton of people would tune in to see Wilder
Yeah,
lose.
yeah,
If only this was on Facebook.
yeah.
Ah, man.
Maybe they have to do that. Maybe they have to say, "Hey, tune in to see Wilder lose
Exactly.
his first fight, first fight of his
Exactly.
professional career in a Tyson
Exactly.
Fury."
That'll
Maybe,
get that'll get them going.
yeah,
But you
that'll
know
get
what?
it going.
Wilder is becoming a bit of like a beloved cult figure in the US, man. I'm telling you.
Well, in the
Like,
what is that? The LDBC or what do they
yo,
call it?
listen, the only LBC I know is Snoop Dogg in Long Beach. All right. I don't know any of
The
these guys. I
LD.
don't know none of
Yeah,
these
I don't know.
guys.
I don't know. Like
I don't know none of these
yeah,
guys. I don't
yeah.
want to
So,
associate with none of these guys. I'm
yeah,
sure they're doing their thing, but I don't like to be treated
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I mean, but yeah, for this thing with the press conference, Wilder, kind of like said that, I mean, I'm very confident. I've, been in training camp for about a couple
Hmm.
weeks now,
Yeah, three
uh, 2 or
weeks.
3 weeks. Um, Kind of like goes into what is it? Um, what you were like kind of saying about Deontay Wilder, in that whether he had his little issue on December 28th or not, that he was already in camp, and that
Yeah, always.
you that you really didn't see him either out in public or saying that much during that particular time. But now he's kind of like getting into the thing with him being in training camp
Oh
right now.
yeah,
So
he was still Deontay Wilder today. I haven't seen that switch flip yet. Like seeing the way he was, he's still in his joking mood. He said, "Oh, if you like advertisements, put an advertisement on his feet because he's gonna be on his back. So
Right.
put an advertisement at the bottom of his shoe." So he's in Deontay Wilder mode. I want to see in a couple weeks, final week before the fight, if he's gonna flip that switch into bronze bomber mode. That's what I want to see. Right now he's Deontay Wilder. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I'm smiling. It's all fun and games. It's all jokes right now. But when that switch flips, left, right, good night. I'm telling you, it's coming, man. Wilder's gonna knock him out. Wilder, I don't see any other way this is gonna end. I don't care what Tyson Fury does. I don't think Wilder believes that Fury's gonna trade in the middle of the ring. No, Wilder's gonna go to the body with that powerful left jab. He's gonna go to that eye with that powerful left jab. He's gonna drop Tyson Fury's eye level just a little bit, and then boom, that Alabama slammer is gonna put him to sleep. I'm telling you, man. I can't wait.
Well, I mean, let's see that you're, about as confident as Deontay Wilder is in this case, but it's something that we would have to see in the ring in Las Vegas come
Yeah.
February 22nd. It's I would have to see if he's going to be the supposed patient person that he was against his fight with Luis Ortiz. But
I didn't like
like I
that.
said, but
I didn't like when he said that. I didn't
yeah,
like that.
yeah. But the thing about it is, for me, what I said this about the fight with Luis Ortiz. I said he could get away with a few things against somebody like a Luis Ortiz because Luis Ortiz is shorter, much shorter than he is. And while, Luis Ortiz was able to land a few punches on Deontay Wilder, it wasn't like he was getting everything out of those punches that Luis Ortiz was
Yeah.
throwing. So yeah, Deontay Wilder got hit, but there was no point where Deontay Wilder was seriously hurt. Like in comparison to the first fight where they thought that, Deontay Wilder was on spaghetti legs or on Queer Street or anything like that. When in actuality he wasn't. He was just, weathering the storm, and then by the
Mm-hmm.
time that the end of that round happened, he just walked back to his corner like, okay, cool, that's what he did. All right. So if he knew that against Luis Ortiz, then he knew where he had to particularly be as far as range
Mm-hmm.
is concerned in order for him not to get the full punches coming from Luis Ortiz. Here against Tyson Fury is not going to, try to get to the inside that much if he doesn't have to. And I think that was part of the first fight was that with Wilder being able to catch Fury, he was able to get into the inside a little bit and incorporate left hooks that he wasn't able to do in the first half of that fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, for Deontay Wilder, I know that, he's kind of stationary in what he does, but he's going to have to see if he could try to get a little bit closer to Tyson Fury because he can't just sit
He got
back.
to get that jab pumping. Yeah, he
You
got to
got to
get the
get
jab
well. One,
pumping.
you got to get the jam pumping, but he can't just sit back and just try to bait Tyson Fury. He can't do that because Tyson Fury is taller than him and has a longer reach. So
Yeah.
with somebody like in like I was looking for it in the second fight with Luis Ortiz. I was waiting for Deontay Wilder to basically bait Ortiz and then have him throw the right hand while Ortiz was coming in. But he didn't do that. He just, waited and waited. And then when he came forward, he just said bim bim. And that was it. You can't necessarily do that against Tyson Fury unless Tyson Fury, like he said, if Wilder throws a jab, eventually wears down Tyson Fury, then he could do, a little bit more when he could connect with the right hand and be successful with that. But um, it's just got to see like how Wilder approaches this particular fight because, like I said, with Wilder throws pretty much 100% in every one of the punches that he throws, probably more so, and that's why you kind of see him have those type of injuries because he puts too much exertion on his punches, and whether the punch lands or not, it just makes him overextend himself.
Yeah.
So he has to be a little bit more patient with that, in order
I think
to
he's been more patient over the last year. If you look
over
at what
last
he
year.
did with Brazil and Ortiz, he
Hmm.
was very precise with his punches. Like balance was excellent.
Right,
Straight
yeah,
right
balance, yeah,
down the
balance.
middle.
Basically, the balance. It starts with the balance with him, because you saw that with the right hand against Brazil. He pretty much stood his ground, and then he just stood there, up at close quarters, and he was faster than Brazil in throwing the right hand, and then bam, and just got him right there in the chin. So we're gonna have to see if he's gonna be able to do that, or if he has to work himself up to that particular point. You know what I mean?
Well, if he to me, if he is busier than he was in the first fight, he'll win a lot easier because we see Tyson Fury has a problem with activity. That's what happened with Otto Waller. Otto Waller was busy going to the body, jabbing to the body, hitting him to the body, and Tyson Fury, he can't deal with that.
Well, yeah, but and I think that also goes into the whole thing I say a lot, in that those tall fighters don't really like short fighters that move and try to get to the inside, because what that does is that smothers their punches up, so they can't use
Yeah,
their punches in full range. They're gonna have to use short hooks, short uppercuts, and things like that. And they usually, and like Fury doesn't really work on that. And we've seen what happened years ago when he tried to do an uppercut. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. His
So
uppercut is not as good as Deontay Wilder's. We'll say that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
we'll just say that.
yeah. So that's the thing with Tyson Fury and fighters that are much shorter than him. He doesn't like to have his punches smothered, or where he has to shorten things out. He wants to everything that he throws has to be done in full extension. He can't just shorten things up where he's like this and then try to go on the inside
Yeah.
through this. So he doesn't he's not good at that, so to speak. So we'll see how that turns out. Um, we know that you were excited to see the press conference and
Oh
everything
yeah.
like that.
Oh
You
yeah.
sure to see Shelly Finkel. Oh my God, Wilder is gonna be a great. He's gonna do great in this fight.
Can't wait.
He's gonna knock Tyson Fury out. I mean, it's
Yes, he
just
is.
that, you know.
Tyson Fury not gonna want no rematch, man. He's not gonna want no rematch. There's not gonna be a third fight. He's not gonna want it.
That's gonna and that you remember, and you know me, I'm still kind of stuck on that. Like, how is this gonna be a third fight? Because it's supposed to be for a mandatory position or whatever it is. So I
Well,
guess they
technically, it's
eh,
illegal for it to be a rematch attached to it once the WBC made that decision.
made that the decision. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's why
So
I
the
was like,
fighters
man.
might not know. You got a lot of pressure on you because if I'm Deontay Wilder, you lose to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has been known to wipe his ass for the contract. So
Yeah.
don't think you're gonna be getting that rematch.
Get their rematch.
Don't you think you're gonna be
That's
getting
why.
that rematch. You better win.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna have to win that, and whatever it is. So.
Do you have
Uh,
a prediction yet?
no, not solidly. No,
Come on, man. Come
not.
on.
I'm not like your boy who's already taken bets on Tyson Fury. Um, I should wait until the weigh-in. I should
How did
wait.
Tyson? Speaking of weighing in, how did Tyson Fury look to you conditioning wise?
I think he had a little bit of flab. Still that he has to shred off a little bit. So,
Yeah, but you know Deontay Wilder, immaculate as always.
well, he said
That's
that he's what did he say? He's on shape on top of shape on top of shape.
exactly. And yo, listen. If there's one thing that people need to give Deontay Wilder credit for, this man has never cheated himself, and he has never cheated the sport of boxing. This man is always in tip-top condition,
Yeah, well, I mean,
fight in, fight out.
well, I've said that, with in reference to him, like him and Joshua are like the two guys that make sure that they are tested all the way through, just to make sure that like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, we're clean. Whether it doesn't matter what testing protocol you put on us, we're clean.
What do you
So
think about
Deontay Wilder makes sure that he does that.
what do you think about Wilder saying that? Well, he didn't say it with words, but he basically said that Fury was sniffing coke if he thinks that he's gonna be
Oh,
knocking him out around
oh,
two.
oh, that little reaction. Oh, that little reaction. Well, maybe. Well, then maybe if Fury kind of noticed that, then maybe he would have responded by saying, "You must be still on that green."
Hey man, listen, Biden don't test for marijuana, all
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing.
Biden don't test for marijuana. They test for cocaine though. So keep your nose
They
clean,
do.
Tyson. Biden don't test for marijuana.
Hey, hey, I mean, you still got 6 weeks, so
Yo,
make
I
sure that
can't
nose
wait,
clean.
man. I know. I listen. I'm just like, to me, everybody needs to make sure Tyson Fury just makes it to the fight. Wrap him in bubble wrap, please. Just make sure he makes it into the ring for the bell February 22nd. I don't want nothing to happen to Tyson Fury at all, because all this pent up frustration that Wilder has been feeling, all this shit that people have been talking, oh, they said Fury won, Fury won. All that is going to be rectified February 22nd, and it's going to be glorious.
Well, then I guess Tyson Fury might have to have a security team because he might have to look out for Braun Strowman attacking him from the back. You know.
Well, no,
Uh,
no. Fury said he wants to fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, apparently.
oh God.
They said they're looking at Tyson Fury versus Brock Lesnar to main event WrestleMania. Does that sound like a guy that's looking to fight February 22nd?
Hey, yo, if he finds a way to make money, the easiest way. But come on, are you? Wait a minute. So what's worse? And I already know the answer to this. What's worse? And that five from Brock Lesnar or right here from Deontay Wilder?
Well, unfortunately for Tyson Fury, he's going to feel both in 2020. He's going to feel both in
Oh,
2020.
come on, man. Uh,
Ridiculous, man.
hey,
Fury's a fucking clown.
yo, hey,
What a
if
fucking
hey, if
clown.
there's a way to make money, yo, he's gonna be the highest grossing
What
athlete.
a fucking
He'll be the highest
clown.
grossing athlete of 2020.
What a fucking clown. What a fucking clown.
Your
Yo,
highest.
you got anything else you want to talk about, man?
Oh,
As
real
it
quick,
pertains to these
man.
heavyweights? What's up with your man Dillian White? Why he a chatty patty?
Man, you know why I don't even want to talk about that, man. I mean, it's old news. Like he's bringing up old news. So,
Yeah, but who talks about sparring? Come on, man. Like,
the people talk about sparring about when Anthony Joshua was seriously hurt against that Joey.
those were rumors. You
So,
never heard no fighter. You never heard another fighter talking about it. That's different. Fighters supposed to live by this code, man.
mm.
And then you saw Leonard Edelby, called him out. Lovely. He said that's a sucker move.
Oh,
And then
Leonard Ellaby was busy on
oh
Twitter. He
yeah,
was busy on
he
Twitter.
had his
Not
Twitter
not just
fingers
that,
going.
not just that, but yo, somebody went after Tank Davis on Twitter, yo.
I saw that. I saw that. But Spencer Fearon from Sky Sports,
Mm.
tried to defend Dillian White. Oh, he's just frustrated. No, it doesn't matter if you're frustrated. You don't break the fighter code. And Spencer Fearon is the same guy that lied and said that Oscar Rivas also tested positive for PEDs after Dillian White got busted. Spencer Fearon, you are a piece of shit. Okay, you are a lying sack of shit. Spencer Fearon. I know he never apologized to Revis. How you accuse that man of using PED just to cover up your
Yo,
homeboy, and you don't even
yo,
apologize? Nothing.
yo, Oscar Rivas should take him to court for that.
Well, he should. But
He
you
should
see,
take him to court for that.
Eddie trying to sign him, so he trying to smooth it over. Like, hey
Oh,
man, like, forget about the drug test. Forget about the glove switch. Just come over the bathroom. Just come over the bathroom.
yo, they still got
That's
money to
crazy to me,
blow,
man.
man. Oh man, but
That's
man,
crazy to me, man.
yo, the other thing, I know this was a topic yesterday. Yo, it's still going
No,
on.
no. We're not talking about that. No, no. My face is on camera now. My face is on
He
camera.
can't do it.
Nope,
He can't
nope.
do it. He
My
can't
face is
do
on
it.
camera. Nope,
He can't do it.
nope. Listen,
What? I'm sorry,
I
we
su-
can't go through
I
that. We
support
can't.
I support all um sexes, genders, all that, all that. You ain't getting me to talk about that shit with my face on camera. You done lost your goddamn mind. I ain't trying to get fired. The fuck is wrong with you?
Oh,
Hell no. I ain't talking about
oh,
that shit.
God.
But
Oh,
listen,
goodness. Yo.
but Shields versus Jimenez. I want to see that. I want to see that. Shields versus Jimenez, you know? It would be just like Billie Jean King versus Bobby Riggs, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be an excellent matchup. I can't I can't wait. I can't cut this out from the show. Cut that out from the show. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
I am just kidding.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
man.
just kidding.
Uh, but
Jesus
yo,
Christ, I'm just kidding.
but yeah.
Shout out to Jimenez though, because Jimenez, I didn't think she won the fight against Cruz, but she got the decision. She worked hard. I appreciate that. Welcome to the WBC family. Shout out.
Yeah, you have your boy probably co-signing it. Oh man. So, uh,
But please cut this part out. Just
yeah,
edit it.
yeah, that'll
Cut
edit
that
it.
part out.
Yeah,
Just cut
that'll
that
be.
part out.
Yeah, that'll be blotted out. Once the finished product is done, yeah, we'll be able to
Yeah.
edit that out and
Or at
cut
least
it, man.
blur my face out and change my voice.
Yeah, we'll have to do that somehow. Um, but yeah, that's kind of like what I had as far as like the thing with the reaction of Wilder Fury 2's press conference. I guess like you said, the next one is going to be over at New York City Barclays
Mm-hmm.
Center, January 25th. So if that's the case, then if see if I could hit my way over there for that. So be out there for all of that. Um, you have the Boxing Source here on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so that you get notifications when another video is on.
Mm-hmm.
TheBoxingSource.net website is up, BoxingSource.net. You have the boxing articles on there. You could also catch up with the latest podcast. The one from last night is up right now on Anchor.fm and on iTunes and Spotify or Google Podcasts or whatever you use to listen to podcasts. So be sure to check that out if you missed a live show yesterday. So
Yep.
that's all I got for right now, man. I'm gonna see if I could watch this college football thing here. Clemson
Hold on.
again.
One more time. One more time for the road. Bomb Squad!
Yo, at least I'm not affected like Jimmy Lennon Jr. was with that.
Yo, he almost died.
He almost fell. He almost fell back. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, come on, man. Don't have him not be able to make it to the fight.
You know he shit on himself.
Oh God.
I saw him. He clutched like he had a purse on. Like
Oh goodness, yo. But yo, that's it for this particular video, man. We will see if we could come up with another topic to jump on live for.
all right, man.
And I will catch y'all later. Peace out.
All right. Peace out.